Hello and welcome back to AutoCAD in 20 hours, Chapter 1. This video covers sections 1.5 through 1.8, and be sure to visit www.autocadin20hours.com for your free trial and for more information. Before we begin, I want to talk about YouTube settings for just a minute. On your viewing screen at YouTube, you have this little gear. If you click on it, as a quality setting, and try and set your quality to an HD level if you can. You may not have that available depending on the speed of your browser, but if you do, you'll get a nice crisp viewing screen. Okay, so here's where we left off in the last video. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a copy of this. I'm scrolling in and out with my mouse wheel here, and I'm panning around by holding the mouse wheel down. And we're going to make a copy of our drawing. On the Modify toolbar, let's come down and click on the Copy button. Then down below and to the right, let's click and create a selection window that covers the entire drawing, and click again. You'll see when you do that that the line becomes dashed or sort of pixelated. That means it's been selected. Now hit the Enter. You'll get a cross cursor again. Click in the middle of the drawing, and then just move your mouse over to the right and click again, and then Escape. And now we have a copy that we're going to use later on for some of the other drawings that we're going to do. Okay, so the first thing we want to do now is to create some more lines. We're going to come to the Modify toolbar, and we're going to click on the Offset, and we're going to enter in a value, and our value is 6'6". And if you have your screen set to HD, you can see down here I've typed in 6'6". That is because the apostrophe is the symbol for feet, and 6 inches does not need a symbol because inches is the default. Now let's enter. We get a little box, a pick box, and we're going to click on this upper line and then come down and click in the middle of the drawing, and it will create a new line offset 6'6". Let's escape, click on the offset again, and type 5 foot, enter. Once again, that's 5 with the apostrophe symbol for feet, and then enter. We'll get a pick box again. We'll click on this middle line, move our cursor over to the left, and click again. And now we're going to escape one more time. Okay, now we're going to trim these lines out a little bit. So we're on the Modify toolbar, come down and click on the Trim button, and then enter right away. When you use the Trim button this way, click on the button and enter immediately, it turns the Trim tool into a cutting tool. So come over here and click on that line there, this line here, and this line here, and trim them out. And then you can press the Escape again, or Enter also will get you out of the command. Now we're going to create the thickness of the walls, and they are 3.5 inches. So click on the Offset and type 3.5, enter. 3.5 is enter is 3.5 or 3.5 inches. Click on this upper line and then bring the cursor down and click inside the middle of the drawing, and it will create an offset line 3.5 inches offset from the original line. Just continue the process around and click the lines and then click inside the drawing. Now for these interior lines, we're going to click on them and click to the left. And then once we've got them all, we're going to escape. Now let's zoom in. We're going to use the Trim tool again. Click on the Trim tool and enter immediately. Turn it into a cutting tool. And we're going to zoom in and out, pan over, zoom in. And we are going to clean up all of these lines. This is just a architectural tradition to not have the lines crossing in the middle. Now this one here, you'll notice we're going to leave the lower part of it. Just leave this lower one in. You'll see why in a bit. Clean this one out. And then this one here, we're going to leave this line running through. Once again, we'll go over that in a minute. And then here's the final one, and then enter. Okay. Now we're going to close up this line here using the Filat Tool. It's on the Modify toolbar again. Come down here to the fillet, click on that, and then read the command line. You have a number of options. The middle one there says the radius. So type R and enter, because often for these commands you only need to type the first letter of the word. And you can see it's got my radius already at 0. That's what we want. If yours is something else, type 0 and then enter. And then read the command line. It says select first object or undo. Well, we're going to select the first object. And then it says select the second object. And we're going to select the other line. And you'll see it automatically closes things up. And then we're going to escape. And there we go. Now we've finished this lesson. Don't forget to visit us at www.autocadin20hours.com, and we'll see you on the next video.